Oh shit. It's a
Oh,
return. It's episode 2. Welcome y'all.
we are
We are live. Um
another
that
long-awaited, never
Never
outdated
outdated.
episode of Peter's Peeps podcast.
Welcome y'all. Today's episode, instead of music, which will be in the future and probably will be in the next episode if we're being honest. But today we're focusing on another subject of our interest, and that
Rap.
is wrestling. Some good old WWE, TNA.
Okay, I've mentally prepared myself for this for about a week now. I have a lot of
Good things
very,
to
very
say.
unscripted things to say about this. If y'all don't know, I hate wrestling. I hate the way wrestling is presented now. I hate everything about it. It is a shadow of its former self.
Hmm.
I wish wrestling would just die because it's just a fucking it, it's a corpse that keeps getting pissed on the grave. So yeah, you guys, we'll get started. WrestleMania 39 is around the corner here.
Oh, Maggle. Oh, it's
Oh man,
WrestleMania season, Maggle.
it's the road to WrestleMania. Oh, don't forget Roadblock. Oh
When's
God.
Roblox? Was that like a 1 year thing or something? It was like
It was
a,
like for a few years, I think.
and then they noticed how much it sucked. It's gonna
Well,
look up
yeah, 'cause
Roadblock WWE.
they haven't had a good pay-per-view in between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania since like No Way Out, and that was like maybe like 10 or so years ago was the last one.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe even longer. By the way, in researching this, Roadblock is the next pay per view. All
Oh
right,
my
no, actually, no, it
God.
just happened. No, it happened 10 days ago. Look at
Was there any build up to this?
that. What you think?
I'm
Probably
gonna
not.
take a wild guess and say no because
They don't
WWE
do it
does not know
anymore.
how to
Yeah.
build anything. Oh, well, what about the bloodline? The bloodline fucking sucks. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
But anyway, yeah.
Hmm. All right. Well,
Uh,
WrestleMania. We're gonna be reviewing the WrestleMania card here today. It is
all
March
right.
17th as of this recording. So it's just around. It's just around the corner, Maggle. It's just next month.
Yeah. Here, I got it pulled up. So this is shaping up to be like probably the worst WrestleMania, I think, ever. Just because of the lack of like the card on this, like the matches on this card are fucking abysmal. This is like a fucking what's a D pay-per-view? Like Payback
Rock
or
Bottom 98. That's like a
oh,
deep,
fuck.
like a one time only pay per view.
Oh God.
This
Like
Tuesday in Texas.
actually, I think wasn't that like it was like Undertaker versus Hogan or something? Wasn't that on this
Yeah,
Tuesday?
I think it might have been that. Oh well.
That's
Either
not,
way, it's some sort of shitty pay per view. It's like
but yeah, no, like you would never put these matches on a fucking WrestleMania. Like this is just a disgrace. So
yeah.
here, so if y'all can't tell now, I'm we're very very critical on modern day wrestling. We're Attitude Era boys. We're Ruthless
Mhm.
Aggression boys.
Oh yeah.
You know that was the heyday of wrestling, and if you think nowadays is good, I mean, to each is your own, but you're wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
The
honestly,
numbers,
I mean, the storytelling isn't nearly as it used to be. Right now, there isn't really much telling. It's just like which character you like more, and even then, the characters that these wrestlers portray anymore aren't very convincing, or at least they're not like something you can really get behind. It's just some dude. So like,
Everything is, oh, I wrestle, I do good moves. I'm happy to be here. Like, cool, you're just like everyone else ever
yeah,
on this fucking roster.
there's no more individuality. It's just everyone's the same fucking performer now. Um, you don't have wrestlers like Kane anymore, who is this big ass fucking red dude who would choke slam people, and he was the Undertaker's brother and shit, and he had like a backstory and stuff. It's not like that anymore. None of these people have backstories. None of these people have like any sort of cool like badass character to them. It's just kind of, oh, I'm some dude from Japan that can do flippy moves and shit. You know.
Oh my God, it's fucking Tommy Jones. Holy shit. He's from fucking NXT fucking South America. Holy
Holy
fuck.
shit.
He could do a Canadian destroyer.
Everyone does that now. Isn't that weird? Like, it was such a smarky move, and then now everyone does it. So
Everyone does kicks now. Like just a fucking like slap kick or like
super
a
kick.
fucking diving like or like a diving stomp. I hate that.
It's called the coup de grace. It's from Finn
It's called the
Balor.
coup de grace. Oh god, yeah, we'll get to Finn Balor. But here we
Oh
go.
yeah.
Here I'm gonna run through the current WrestleMania card. I got it pulled up on my screen. And in fact, here what we can do is once I'm done reviewing this, how about we go to the WrestleMania exactly 20 years prior to this? We'll go to 19, which
Oh
is, in
boy.
my opinion, one of the best WrestleManias to ever
True. It is. It
exist.
is one of the best. It was a very
Yeah,
solid card.
we'll do that. We'll compare like basically now to the 20 years ago. So I know you people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, you guys are just stuck in the fucking past and shit." Well, the past worked. I'm sorry, the past worked. The numbers show for it. And if you really think that today is better than the fucking era of The Rock, Taker, Stone Cold, Kane, fucking when Triple H was actually wrestling, fucking even Hogan, like you just can't measure up. The characters are so timeless. They actually are professionals. They fucking know how to work a crowd. Like it, I hate using that word. Oh, work a crowd.
Work
But
rate.
oh yeah. Oh man. Oh, actually, their technical work rate now is way better than it's ever been. Like, okay, great. You watch wrestling for the wrong reasons. Um,
Yeah. It's like it's it's weird to say like it's more entertainment than what it used to be, but it's also more sport than what it used to be. It's like the embodiment of
Wrestling is
what's.
not a sport.
I mean, I know that, but now they treat it to where, oh, the dude with the most athleticism is the person to get behind, or uh, like that's like prized now. So it's like weird, and like, and plus people get injured more now, which is funny because people used to like bash each other over the head with fucking steel chairs, and then they banned that, and then now these flippy 175-pound cruiserweights are doing like double moonsault corkscrew shit, and then they
With a
break like
twist.
their femur, and then they're out for like a year. Like the shit that these guys do um, takes more of a toll on the body than just the pure entertainment. So like I don't even know why people enjoy that as much.
It's because they're in competition with each other to do like the coolest spots or the coolest moves when really no one really cares about that except for the fucking
I mean, spots can be cool. They just overdo it. It's not special anymore when there's like a cool move being shown.
where there's like 8 false finishes in a match now. I hate because fucking finishers don't mean anything now. Back in the day when a fucking uh Taker, Stone Cold, whatever, when they hit their finisher, you knew like it's done, like it's lights out. But nowadays, people do like all these slap super kicks, fucking diving 450 splash with a twist, and these fucking kids kick out of it at like fucking two. And it's like, okay, like what am I watching this for? It just prolongs the match. Like the matches are so needlessly long now just for the sake of having that 5-star match as an ugly ass fucking 60-year-old autistic gnome who writes for the Wrestling Observer likes to say. If you all know, you know who I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
true.
But here, anyways, I need to stop rambling because I will literally do that all day about
Yeah, we're
the
at the
current
10-minute
state of.
mark already.
I know we haven't even started yet. So here, let me go through these matches, and you just tell me if you're excited to see these matches or if you think they're worthy of being on here. Um, all right, so we got Seth freaking
Oh
Rollins
no.
versus Logan Paul in a singles match.
Oh my god. Okay, alright. First of all, um the only like good thing about Seth Rollins is how he's actually like okay at having a match, but now his character is just so bad. And then now he's fighting this YouTuber at WrestleMania in a singles match. It's not even like a special kind of match. It's not like, oh, they're facing off in a steel cage, or it's not like an I Quit match or an I Leave WWE match. They just have to have a regular ass singles match that someone might win by DQ at WrestleMania. Wow. So
Why does Logan Paul have more credibility than half these nobodies? I like he's literally like what been wrestling for like a year and he's already like probably better than like
yeah,
almost
he's already
everyone.
like a mid card, like upper mid card. It's strange, and
And he's not bad. He's not
he's
bad
not
like in
bad.
the ring.
He is not bad. He is actually an okay performer. Um, he's just a little boring, but I mean, to be fair, everyone is a little bit boring now. It's just, it's weird having this YouTuber at WrestleMania, you know. So
Well,
weird,
it's
weird
Hollywood.
match.
It makes sense. WrestleMania's going Hollywood again.
Yeah, the last time they did it was special, and now it's not
Was way
special
better.
anymore. Yeah, it was probably honestly, it's probably way better.
All right. So, yeah, Seth freaking Rollins. I don't know why his name is freaking, uh, but I guess it. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't fit his character. I don't know what his
EC
character
freaking
is. It's like,
W.
yeah, yeah. It's that, except not at all. Um, his character is, I guess he's like the Joker, except he dresses in like very eccentric suits in women's lingerie. I don't really know if he's trying to make someone laugh in the back, and that's the whole
It's to make
reason
Vince
for
laugh.
this. Vince has his own things to deal. I don't think he laughs at anything anymore,
Yeah, he's
considering everything.
lost. He has lost all of his joy. He's a shriveled up old man now.
Like,
He doesn't even have his football league anymore. Now it's owned by The Rock.
oh man, you know how better this fucking WrestleMania would be if The Rock was actually in it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
But no,
27 had The Rock, and 27 was awful.
yeah, but I don't know. 27 compared to this is like, I mean,
Better.
yeah, 27's awful, but
It's better.
27 still have. Didn't they have like Triple H and Undertaker and like a Hell in a Cell or something like
I
that?
think that's 28. I think this is the first Triple H Undertaker match, which is okay. Why? Well, the second. Actually, they had a trilogy, if I remember
Okay,
correctly.
yeah.
They had
Yeah.
17 10 years later, and then 28.
Man, how times have changed.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, all right. I'm gonna skip this match because this is the main event, and I have a lot to say about it, so this will be put last.
Hmm.
Um, so Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley in a singles match for the WWE SmackDown's Women's Champion.
Okay. All
You
right.
you
So,
excited for
no.
that?
um, Charlotte Flair sucks. She has no personality.
Yeah,
Her in-ring work.
she's Ric Flair in a wig.
Yeah, that's the rumor. It's the conspiracy theory. um,
It is.
but Charlotte Flair is kind of lame. Uh, I don't like. You can call me a misogynist for this. I don't really like today's women's wrestling. Back then,
Whoa!
I didn't even like it back then that much either. I mean, ass and titties are funny, but that's what it used to be. Was just look at these hot broads with with massive jugs, and they're just catfighting, and they suck at wrestling. But that was cool, and now it's ugly women for the most
Yeah,
part.
boring, ugly women with athleticism who no one gives a fuck about. And
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be an asshole. It's just this whole thing has been so like what what character is someone you can actually get behind or like you could consider like a badass? Like here, I'll give you actual like women who are badasses. Lita, Trish, fucking Tori Wilson, Stacy Keibler.
China.
Those are actual yeah, China, fucking China. But and here I'll give you this. I don't hate Rhea Ripley. I think she could be good if she was used correctly because she is different looking. She kind of reminds me of China. But the thing is that they make her have these fucking 20-minute matches with random skinny 90-pound women on Raw. And okay, if you're gonna build her up as like a big, huge like force, she should be squashing these fucking women in like 2 minutes.
Hmm.
Like it
Remember
just
whenever
they don't
China was in
build
like a
people.
women's match, she would win everything. That's what they need with Rhea Ripley.
Exactly. That would make her a lot better. Like I said, I don't hate her. I think she's okay. It's just they don't know how to build anyone up anymore. And Charlotte Flair is just like I said, Ric Flair in a wig. So I mean, I don't care about that. I don't care about her. I think her character is just a ripoff of her dad.
Remember
I mean,
when
it's whatever.
divas and superstars would face off? Remember when guys and girls actually had like intergender matches, and it wasn't just a mixed tag match where, oh no, the women's in, so I have to tag my fucking
Ugh.
girl in. Like, isn't it like
Uh,
weird how we've come to this where like we're in this kind of society where women are propped up, and you still exclude the women from facing against guys. So it's like weird,
exactly.
like you're keeping them separated. I feel like that's doing the opposite of what you're intending to do by not having intergender violence.
Because they don't understand equality or actual like I don't know. It all revolves around the world we live in today. I'm not like I get it if you're a defender of like women's rights and stuff. I'm just saying like this whole women's division and stuff. It's not really that interesting, and it's just very I don't know. I don't want to use the word forced, but that's kind of what it is.
Yeah. And plus, like, we don't hate these women. Obviously, they're probably
No,
good
no, of
people.
course not. No.
We don't. We just don't like the creative characters that they have. Um, or lack thereof. Um, Obviously, these women actually can like do like they can have good matches. It's just it's not as entertaining
They're
as
boring.
it used to be. Yeah, I mean, we don't find it as entertaining. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm not really looking forward to that match. I don't like how both characters are being presented right now. Is a good way to put it. The nice way to put it.
It really just boils down to, and it's not just the women, it's the men too. It's
Yeah,
WWE doesn't know how to build up anything anymore. They don't know how to make stories or something compelling to where you actually want to watch.
it's yeah.
But
PG killed
anyways,
wrestling,
well,
basically.
partially there's many
There's
factors,
many, yeah.
but all right, here's another match. Next one. Bianca Belair versus Asuka for a singles
Asuka.
match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship.
I didn't even know
Wow.
Asuka is
Um,
still wrestling. I haven't heard her name in like 3 years.
um, her all I know about her character is just she's like a female Tajiri with Asperger's, and instead of the green mist, it's a blue mist.
Wow, insane.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Tajiri
And
was cool, so I mean, like, it's not like Asuka's like a horrible character. It's just
it's just a
it's boring. Things are boring. Shit's boring. And
and Bianca Belair, she all I know is that she's extremely ripped to the point of freak level, and she twirls her ponytail.
yeah, she's like
And
a
I think
female
that's her
Scott
gimmick.
Steiner.
And she like I guess she like chokes people with her ponytail or something, which is
Yeah.
very how do you call it? Stupid.
Yeah,
Um,
dumb. Um,
yeah,
what
because
the fuck is wrestling, dude?
I don't know.
All right, all
Oh yeah, that
right.
was a nice part.
Next match.
All right. All right. Next is wow. Okay.
Oh
So
no.
we got Brock Lesnar
Okay.
versus Omos with
Oh,
MVP
fuck.
in a singles
Oh my
match.
god. Another singles match. Are you fucking kidding me? Is this like
Yeah.
backlash? What the fuck? Where's
This
the
is like
stakes? Where's the
okay.
fucking cool ass max match stipulations, dude? That's what WWE's like known for.
So like I said, we'll compare it to WrestleMania 19 here
Yeah,
in
yeah,
a
yeah.
minute.
Dude, oh my god. All right. But so
All
Brock
right. So
Brock is awesome. We both love Brock.
yeah, always
Um
has been.
the way he's been treated since he came back has been kind of hit or miss for me. He's just kind of like the perennial ruler of the championship with Roman Reigns. It's just those two. Um,
Yeah.
but Brock is cool. He's from our era. He still does his thing. They don't fuck with his character too much, which is like one of the few good things that they actually have done. Um, but yeah, Brock is cool, but Omos is not.
I
Omos is this, isn't he like this like 7'2" like Nigerian dude or something?
yeah, he's just like a giant
Yeah,
guy or oh, voice crack.
Black Collie. That's what he is. He's Black Collie. Um,
I mean, I don't have much to really say about this match other than like why is like if you
big
compare
dudes.
all the main events Brock Lesnar has been, this is like
This is the
Taker facing
lowest.
off against. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
this
this
is
is
like
definitely
Billy
like the bottom
Kidman
tier.
versus Undertaker, bro.
I was gonna say when Taker faced Giant Gonzalez, this is kind of
The
what it's like.
Mordecai.
Yeah, like Undertaker.
Dude, Mordecai today would be like a main event player. Let's think
Uh,
about that. But yeah,
here's the next.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. Number 4. We got Gunther versus
uh,
Sheamus or Drew McIntyre. Either of
oh, okay.
those, I
Oh, so,
guess.
yeah. So it's up to
It's
this next Raw or whatever.
whatever. Or something. Yeah.
This
A
match
singles match
seems
for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Intercontinental Championship singles match. Love to see it. Uh, um, Gunther. I know almost nothing about. I just know he's some strong style nerd who's fat, who's tubby. Um, he's from Germany, so this is a Europe battle. This is World War II. World War II match. But yeah, I mean he seems fine, I guess. But I mean he's just he fights how like wrestling in Japan fights. It's like strong style, so it's like that really hard hitting, sort of lame, more athletic kind of wrestling. And he has no character, and
Oh, okay.
he has no fucking character, and he's facing Sheamus or Drew McIntyre, which I hope is Drew McIntyre because Sheamus does not deserve to be in another WrestleMania. He's been in like 7.
For no reason.
He's always there for like the Intercontinental title match or like the Money in the Bank, that mid card shit. He sucks. I don't like Sheamus. I liked him when he first came out, but he sucks now. Drew McIntyre is okay. If it's Drew McIntyre, then that match will be just kind of alright. It doesn't seem like the worst thing ever, but I'm not interested.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip just because I just think it's gonna be a boring match and I have
Yeah.
no commentary on it. So. Number 5, we have Austin Theory, the champ, versus
The
the real
champ.
champ, John,
Hey, yeah. I know about that match.
and it's a singles match for the WWE United States Championship for the
John
kids.
John Cena has an United States Championship bout? Dude, of course he's going to fucking lose. The dude is a part-timer. The fuck? Dude, there's no shot John Cena is winning this match.
I think he will.
You think he will and he's gonna like
I don't
drop
know.
it to like fucking like some random dude next tomorrow on
Yeah,
Raw?
because I can see them. I can see them bringing back like the stupid United States like open challenge thing again.
Oh. Yeah, except the last one
Yeah,
happened 6 years ago. Jesus.
yeah, but everyone lives in the past, like
Mhm.
us.
Mhm.
But
This match seems lame as
so
shit.
yeah, I think it's only thrown together because for some reason SMARKS think that Austin Theory and John Cena really look alike, so they're like, oh, they have to be put in together.
Austin
Ugh.
Theory looks so gay. He looks so overwhelmingly gay. And I'm not meaning that in like a
He,
derogatory way. I'm literally saying he looks so gay.
I am meaning it in a derogatory way. He's so fucking. He literally he had a Reddit post where I guess he was like fingering his butt. So I don't really want him. I'm not even joking. Like,
Yeah.
well, look it up, guys, if you
Don't
have the
look it up,
stomach for it.
guys. Don't look that up.
All right, we're skipping this because
This shit
I
sucks, dude.
really
This card sucks.
no, it's only gonna get worse.
Oh
So
god.
um, so here we go. We got our 7th match here. We got here we go. We got a 6-man. I'm sorry, a 6-woman tag team
Oh
match.
no.
We got Trish Stratus,
What?
Lee,
What?
and Becky Lynch
What?
versus Damage CTRL. That's Control.
Yeah, it's
That's
damage
fucking
control.
stupid.
That's God, who is that? It's Bailey.
Um,
It's Dakota
Jay Leno.
Kai. and someone else that I don't know, some NXT fucking schmuck.
Yeah, it says Bailey, Dakota Sky, and Io Sky.
Io Sky. Okay. Um, this
Um,
match sucks dick. I love Trish Stratus. I love Lita. I don't give a fuck about Becky. Everyone else sucks. What the fuck is this match? They just need two actual notable women for a special match because they know fucking Becky with any two other combination of fucking jobber divas that they have on that fucking roster is not going to sell anything. So they got two actual notable fucking awesome divas. But that doesn't mean this match is going to be good. These fucking women are like 50. They're not going to have a good fucking match. This match sucks. I hope the Legends win. I just hope Becky's like disqualified somehow. Like she gets taken away from the match.
And I just want to rant on Bailey. I think she's the ugliest diva to ever exist. No joke. I think she's fucking horrendous and awful to look at. I hope every time they send her out there that she has a fucking paper bag over her head.
She has like a Corona
that's
mask.
the gimmick. Yeah, that would be a lot better. But anyways, I hate Bailey. I hate Damage Control. And yeah, I hope Trish Stratus and Lita win with their fucking weird ass tag team partner who calls herself the Mon.
The Mon.
But yeah.
Bad match.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna go over to the 7th match. So I have a lot to say about this match. This is a Hell in a Cell match.
What?
Between this is like the first like stipulation match.
Wow.
Yeah, a Hell in a Cell match between Edge and Finn Balor. So since y'all don't know, but Edge is one of my favorite wrestlers. Since he's come back, they've literally demoted him and have kind of treated him like a fucking sideshow act, which I've kind of hated. They turned him heel for no reason with
and
this stupid judgment.
And he's back to being a face for no reason.
When in reality, he should be fucking like the WWE championship, or the champion at least like again. Like,
yeah,
he's that credible.
If they just end up having this dude win like an Intercontinental title, or like I don't know what the fuck is the point of bringing him back, dude. It's been 3 years almost. No, it has been 3 years, and they haven't done jack shit with him. It's like lame.
He had a good match with Randy Orton,
and then he had a really shitty long match with Randy Orton. I think the WrestleMania match sucks, and like the Backlash one's actually like good. Something like that. I don't know.
Just the fact that he's wrestling this mid-carder on like for no reason.
In a Hell in a Cell. Yeah, that too. What the fuck? That, first of all right, Hell in a Cell matches, they have no chemistry anymore because they're based off like brutality, and like, you know, when there's a Hell in a Cell, it's supposed to like do a blood rivalry. You know, it's supposed to be like people that have a history of like hating each other. Edge and Finn Balor have been feuding for like 4 months. These two have like no chemistry. I hope Edge wins. I hope this is like the first ever Hell in a Cell squash match. That would be really funny. This match sucks. I love Edge. Fuck Finn Balor. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, but it's long-term booking. Yeah, alright. Well, I guess we'll skip over to this last match, which I have a lot to say about. This is a singles match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. What a fucking mouthful. We got Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, with Paul Heyman versus Cody Rhodes.
Smoking mirrors. Dude, imagine if he kept that theme when he came back.
Oh my god.
Dude, it would be fucking hilarious.
So this match is probably one of the worst booked stories and matches I've ever seen. I haven't even seen it because I don't watch wrestling anymore, but I'll watch little clips on YouTube here and there. But the way Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble and everyone knew he was gonna win, and now he's fucking like everything is just so set up to where he's gonna beat Roman Reigns, and there's no fucking reason to it. All these marks are fucking like, yes, oh my god, yes, Cody Rhodes, he's the guy.
WWE champ. Like,
Oh my god.
dude, 10 years ago, if you said Cody Rhodes WWE champ, you would be like banished from the wrestling community. Like, that is like fucking unheard of. And then now he has this chance, and that he's absolutely going to vanquish the David versus Goliath fucking dichotomy here. He's gonna beat Roman Reigns in some fucking smarky ass 5-star 25-minute match, and it's gonna suck, and it's gonna be super predictable. It's just like, like, why is wrestling like this now? Like, it's like so depressing.
He has no credibility. He has literally zero credit. And you fucking Mark saying like, oh, well, what about AEW? AEW is nothing. I'm sorry. AEW can barely scratch a million viewers. And the fact that this fucking goof who Marks just have a crush on for some fucking reason is going to be like literally the reigning champ who has been the reigning champ for 3 years and shit is just stupid. I'm sorry. This is just bad booking, and it's just like everyone knows like what's gonna happen and stuff. He's gonna defy the odds, and he's gonna beat Roman Reigns, and he's gonna say, "Oh, my dad made me do this. I did this for my dad and shit." And then Smarks are gonna be like, "Oh, I'm bored." Because that's all they do. Like they're gonna hype him up, and they're gonna fucking turn on him in like a fucking week. So it's just like, why are you putting Cody Rhodes in this spot? He's fine as a fucking mid-carder, I guess. But you know who should be facing Roman Reigns? Fucking The Rock. That would be a fucking worthwhile
Brock
WrestleMania.
Lesnar. for the 800th time.
God, you know what? Even that would probably be like more credible. Because it's just like,
Dude, you know who actually should be facing Roman Reigns? It's Edge. Edge should be fucking facing Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. But no, he's in a Hell in a Cell match with fucking French boy. Like,
no, what they should do is like, what would be cool is like Roman Reigns versus The Rock, and then like since John Cena's on that card, how about you have Edge versus John Cena?
yeah, that would be cool.
Like that would be a good match, like for something. I don't know.
It's like an old match. It's back 15 years ago. That's the match you saw at every pay-per-view back in the day. It was either John Cena versus Randy Orton, or John Cena versus Edge, or Edge versus Randy Orton. It's like
or Triple H versus John Cena,
or Triple H versus Randy Orton. Triple H versus like Edge versus Randy Orton versus John Cena.
But yeah, that's WrestleMania 39. That's the whole entire card.
Awesome. All right, I'm so excited for this pay-per-view, guys. The hit matches are like a 4 out of 10. God, I can't wait to go to the good matches on this good card.
Yeah, here I'm putting up WrestleMania 19 right now.
WrestleMania 19 is like S tier WrestleMania. It's like top 3, top
It's like
5.
top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say top 3.
Uh, yeah.
I
It's
think it is
definitely one of
number
my
3.
favorites.
I think it is number 3.
So I'm just gonna blow through all these matches. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time explaining them because, like, if you haven't seen WrestleMania 19, you seriously need to go back and watch it
Oh
and
yeah.
compare it because it's like night and day. It really is. Um, so here we go. We got the first match, and this was before they had that stupid pre-show bullshit. So this is like the whole entire card. This is one night. This is not split up into 2 fucking days. Not fucking, there's no like 2 separate cards. This
Yeah.
is the entire.
It's just it. It's one big long card.
Okay, so this was the first hour. Chief Morley and Lance Storm, who were the tag team champs with the Dudley Boys.
What?
They defeated Kane. Yeah, because the Dudley Boys were like, uh, I think Chief Morley was like blackmailing them or something, like to fire them, and
Uh,
so. But they defeated Kane and Rob Van Dam for the tag team championships.
so this match, Chief Morley and Lance Storm having the tag team titles is so fucking funny to me.
This was
um,
back when Lance Storm had that like, oh man, what was that gimmick?
if I can be serious for a second,
Yes, yeah, that one, yeah. Oh man,
they
that
they
was so
gave,
stupid, but
but yeah, they gave these really good performers like Lance Storm, because Lance Storm can, he's like a good wrestler and shit. He's a really good mid card act. So they would give these mid card acts funny, memorable fucking. Sure, they're stupid, but like these gimmicks are like, they still keep you entertained. It's not like nowadays where like gimmicks don't entertain you anymore. They're just traits that this person have. It's not like they don't have like like an act going on for them. It's just nothing.
yeah.
Um,
And then Kane and Rob Van Dam underrated tag team,
Underrated as hell. Kane's literally my
in
favorite
my
wrestler.
opinion.
Um, Rob Van Dam and Kane were such a weird pairing, but worked. And I believe it's honestly like top 5 Ruthless Aggression teams because they had that weird chemistry. Fucking Kane goes for the choke slam. Fucking Rob Van Dam goes for the frog splash. It's like a notorious combo,
Word.
So yeah. This is an okay match. It's a decent opener. Definitely better than the opener for WrestleMania, 38, 39, whatever it is now.
Yeah, 39. This is
39.
20 years prior
Okay,
exactly now.
so
So,
39. Yeah.
um, here's the second match. We have this is a singles match for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship.
Okay.
Matt Hardy, who's the champion with Shannon Moore, defeated Rey Mysterio. Pretty solid match.
That's a good fucking match.
Yeah.
This was back when Matt Hardy had those pads in his like gear. So like when he was working out, he would like burn extra fat so he could be on the very top end of cruiserweight and just beat up on the cruiserweights. Because
Yeah,
he was this bigger
version
dude. It
one.
was dude. That's a really fucking funny heel gimmick. And plus Rey Mysterio, he's great. This is back when he first debuted, so he was like super over. So yeah, that's a really good match. And would you say Matt Hardy defeated Rey Mysterio, or did Rey
Yeah,
Mysterio
he
win?
did.
Okay, so he retained. All right,
Yeah.
that's a good match. That's like a 3-star match. I'd like that.
Rey Mysterio just got inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, actually.
Look at that. Look at him. Look at the man
Yeah.
go. He long deserved. Long deserved.
All right. So the next one we got. This isn't the best match. This is The Undertaker defeated Big Show and A-Train in a handicap
Oh,
match.
yeah, this is one of the few off, like, weird kind of bad matches that the Undertaker had in a streak. Um, it's not a bad match. Um, it's just originally this was supposed to be a tag team match. Um, remember Nathan Jones? He was supposed to be in that match with Taker, but they found out how much of a goof he was, and he sucked in the ring. So it became a handicap match, which obviously Undertaker won. Um, this is probably one of the weaker matches on the card and one of the weaker matches in his streak, but it's still not even that bad. Undertaker always can do wonders for you, even back in his American Badass gimmick. You get
Oh
your
yeah.
badass out here, Taker.
Oh yeah, some great Hogan quotes, which he's on this
He
card.
is on his card.
Um, so number 4, if you want to talk about, okay, so back a few minutes ago, I was talking about how these women matches don't have any sort of rhyme or reason to them, and fucking the WWE doesn't know how to actually book a good fucking match for these women. Here is a prime example of a good women's match that you can actually like get behind and you can watch it, and it is just a really good solid match. This was a triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. Trish Stratus defeated Victoria, the champion, with Steven Richards and Jazz.
Yeah, those are three really good performers, especially back in the day. Um, it's weird. Like, when people look back upon old women's wrestling, they're just like, oh, it's all nudity. It's just these dudes popping their tit. It's just, these fucking these divas popping their tits out and shit. But then you had like really good fucking matches like this, where obviously it was never on like Raw or anything. This was like a pay-per-view thing where they would have really good women's matches. So underrated. All these women are underrated. Jazz is underrated. I don't give a fuck. She was cool.
I don't like Jazz.
I like Jazz because she had like really cool moves for like a woman her size. Like she would like pick dudes up, like power bomb them, sable bomb them.
What about Victoria? Victoria had that fucking
the
like
the neck breaker, fucking
it's the widow's peak.
the vertebraker.
Where like it looks like yeah, it looks like she fucking broke everyone's neck.
Dude, yeah,
You
I
talk
mean,
about
you talk about good women's wrestling.
yeah, see go back and watch that if you want actual good like women's wrestling. Um all right, here's number 5, the fifth match on the card, which is actually pretty good. This is a triple threat tag team match for the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Oh boy.
It is Team Angle, Charlie Haas, and Shelton Benjamin, and they defeated Chris Benoit and Rhino and Los Guerreros,
Holy
Chavo
shit.
Guerrero and Eddie Guerrero.
That is a solid match. Chris Benoit and Rhino.
Yeah, remember they were his team?
Holy shit.
It actually worked.
Oh well, yeah, dude. Those two are like underrated. I can't say a whole lot about Benoit, obviously, but
Rhino's underrated.
Rhino is one of the most underrated wrestlers ever, in my opinion. He's like one of my favorites, always. That's a fantastic match. This was back when tag teams, they would always face each other because there's not that many tag teams on the roster, and they were so good at facing each other that they had these fucking awesome, chaotic matches, like TLC 2, even TLC 1. This match, all of the triple threat tag team matches back in the day, or the four corners matches, those are fucking fantastic. And tag teams nowadays are always just, it's the New Day versus the Usos, or fucking, I remember AJ Styles and Omos were facing everyone very recently. But yeah, like, it's not like that anymore, man. You don't have these awesome ass fucking tag teams.
No, not at all. What about the Bloodline?
I mean, it's
All right.
so mid. Everything is just so mid. I hate everything, man.
Here's the sixth match on this card. This is a bona fide classic, as you say. This is probably like, if you want to call, uh, this is close to the match of the night. You could argue it is. This was a singles match. It was a good rivalry. This was Shawn Michaels. He defeated
Oh.
Chris.
Mm-hmm.
This was the longest match on the card with 22 minutes and 31 seconds, which actually, like nowadays, is like kind of
That's like
like
the tag team match
yeah, yeah,
nowadays.
exactly.
Um,
This was back when straight to the point, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Fantastic match. Um, Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels had a really good feud heading up to this. This was back when HBK had just come back, because that was like SummerSlam. So, yeah, I mean, solid match. It's just so much. I don't really have to say anything. Like, it's just everyone knows about this match. It's classic. It's fantastic. Everything else, like that compared to everything else, is like bar none. Like, um, nowadays, if you had Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels on a card, that's like that would sell you something, you know. So
yeah.
like, I mean, compared to everything else, yeah. I mean, I would buy Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels today over literally anything that WWE have put out in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Um,
Go back and watch it if you haven't already. The
hmm
promos leading up to it. It's a good match. It's one of those where you don't really need a stipulation. But yeah, here's the next match on the card. So this one, I don't really agree with how this ended up, but it's still a solid match nonetheless. This was a singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. The champion Triple H with Ric Flair defeated Booker T.
um,
So I don't agree with Triple H winning
oh,
this.
definitely not.
If I don't believe in this whole reign of terror shit, but if you want one match where I really think Triple H shouldn't have won, it was probably this match. I think Booker T should have had this moment. Booker T is one of my favorites too. Um, but yeah, it was still a good match. The only gripe I really had about this match was fucking Triple H when he hit his pedigree. It took him like 5 minutes to get over to Booker T, and he still counted the fucking three. But other than that, I mean, it's
I
still
mean,
solid.
it's a good match. The match itself isn't fantastic. It's back when Triple H was just such a big fan of having these slow ass, prodding, methodical matches where it's like kind of hit or miss with a lot of people. Because you remember Scott Steiner had awful matches with him, Kevin Nash had awful matches with him, and unfortunately Booker T didn't have an amazing match with him either. But it really just depended on the person that he was fighting. But this is still a solid match on paper, and it is unfortunate how he won. He should not have won that.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I think Booker T should have had the belt for a little bit. I love Booker T, but yeah, we'll skip to the next match. So this was a street fight, and under it says, had Hogan lost, he would have had to retire. This is Hulk Hogan. He defeated Mr. McMahon. Um,
Oh, bloody ass match! I remember that.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
you know, this was one of those matches where I had a lot of story building up to it, a lot of funny ass moments.
The lie detector test.
Just oh my god, and it's just one of those matches that makes sense. It's a good stipulation too, because very well could have been Hogan's last match, but it wasn't. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty solid. Mr. McMahon doing his Mr. McMahon shit. Um, I mean, yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this other than to people who don't like Hulk Hogan, I don't trust you as a person. I don't trust anyone who doesn't like Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan
I don't like
is
the
the
person. I don't like Terry Bollea or whatever the fuck his name is. But we love Hulk Hogan around these parts.
I mean, even as a person,
Uh,
like
I mean, uh, I mean, I mean.
if you're just referencing the tape back in the day, that was like 10 years ago, and plus like I don't know.
He says a
I
lot of shit. And I'm not saying
it
like
was a
racist
different
shit. I'm just saying. He says a lot of lies about people. He has lied about a lot of people, and it's not like he's like the worst person in the world. Um, but there's that level of distrust. But yeah, Hulk Hogan the character is fantastic.
here,
Hulk
I'll
Hogan the
say this.
man.
I'll say this. The people who for some reason defend Benoit to the end are the same people who hate Hulk Hogan. So I just think y'all are just hypocrites. Sorry.
um, but yeah, I mean this match like either way, fantastic. Um, it's one of those like sure these people are old, but they fucking just bled buckets in like a storytelling match. It's back when matches had story to them, and when people would hate each other, it actually like looked like they just fucked each other up. Um, but yeah, I mean like fantastic match. Not really much else to say, but besides that, so on to the next
All
match.
right. Well, we got these are the last two, and
All
they're
right,
pretty.
they're interesting. I know one of them's interesting.
Uh, this was just a regular singles match. It didn't need any stipulation behind it, but you all know what it is. The Rock defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin, and
Yeah. Oh hell
in the
yeah.
so yeah, this was a great match. Any one of
Match of the
their
night.
WrestleMania
Match
matches
of the
were
night, bro.
great.
I don't give a fuck. Match of the night. What a good
For
match.
me, no, actually, I think the main event is probably
Wow.
match of the night for me.
Wow. Okay.
But this, uh, The Rock, yeah,
The Rock
Hollywood
got his
Rock
win.
defeated,
He got his win.
finally got his win.
Mm-hmm.
Um, great match. Y'all need to watch. You need to watch all the WrestleMania matches if you want to feel for how wrestling should be done and how it should be told. There's really no describing this match other than just fucking watch it.
Yeah. Just watch it.
Yeah. Here, I'm just gonna skip to the main event.
Here we go.
This one I think was my favorite. This was a singles match for the WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar defeated Kurt
Mm-hmm.
Angle. Had Angle been counted out, disqualified, or had anyone interfered on his behalf, he would have also lost the title.
Yeah. It's
So
important that they had that stipulation because when you look back on it, it's like, oh, that's a weird stipulation, right? But it's back when stories had special kind of like specifications on them. Um, I think the story behind it was that Kurt was being a cheating little bitch, and
he was.
that's the reason why they had that stipulation because people were tired of him getting away with the belt via having his cronies go in or like hitting them with a chair. This match is fantastic. This is the match where Brock Lesnar almost died. um, and still he like was able to like pin him and shit. It's like insane. Um, watch the match. That's all I need to say. Just like both those dudes are insane. Jacked up steroid freaks that we all know and love from old wrestling. So honestly, just watch it. Modern wrestling, it doesn't hold a candle to it. No! Excuse me, we have technical difficulties here. Excuse me, we had some technical difficulties here. Should be online back in a second. Should be online in a second.
Are we back?
I believe we are back. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. Um, my Wi-Fi went out.
Oh,
Yeah. Um, we are still live.
did you save the?
No, we're still live. I could just spice it. It's not a big deal. Um,
Uh, you saved the other one though.
it's still going. Both are. Wait, this is the same thing. I'm just gonna cut it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're still
All
live,
right.
y'all. We're still live.
Yeah. Yeah, we're still here.
So
Um, let me see. So
you were
yeah,
talking about the match, the Brock and Kurt.
oh yeah, well, I already went kind of through it. I mean, it's just one of those matches where the stipulation was just right for the match, and a lot of that you don't see nowadays. With just random stipulations that add to the match. But yeah, that's the whole WrestleMania 19 card, if you will.
We have one more thing to do in this podcast. I have made my
Oh,
own little game of sorts.
oh no.
As we were talking about earlier, Wrestling Observer Dave Meltzer, he makes
Oh,
star ratings of wrestling matches, and he doesn't necessarily he like sort of takes story into account, but he more rates things on like an athletic kind of thing. So
it's,
yeah, so we don't agree with a lot of his stuff. And I have devised a little sort of game. Um, I made 20 entries of matches. We have 20 matches to go through that I selected from more the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression era, and a couple other outliers that I threw in just to spice things up. Um, but yeah, we are going. He is going. Well, rather he is going to guess what star rating that these matches got, like the match got, and
it's,
I will say what he actually rated them, and we will discuss. So give me 1 second while I grab my charger. Um, you chat it up while I go grab the phone notepad used for today.
okay. Well, actually, I'm a little mad that we're doing this because the fact that we're even acknowledging Meltzer's stupid fucking star system really aggravates me because, in my opinion, the fact that we rate stupid fake fucking fights on a 5-star like rating system is just like only Dave Meltzer has contributed so much to why wrestling sucks and is in the fucking grave now. He's a fucking Asperger, fucking STD ridden 60-year-old man who wants so bad to be part of the business and a fucking wrestler when in reality he just sits alone in a fucking basement with his other fucking minion dweebs who write a fucking fake little star rating on a wrestling observer thingy. I don't know. He's just the reason why all these smarks are just so vocal now. He's like their fucking messiah. Everything Dave says is taken to gospel, even though he was never ever in the fucking business. He was never a manager. He was never a wrestler. He never dealt
Yeah, he's not in the
inside.
know. Like he has people that, like they can predict things, and he's friends with people in the business, but he's not himself in the business. He doesn't work behind the scenes or anything. He's just kind of some news host that has very bad hot takes on wrestling. And I wrote some captions for these as well. We are going to start off kind of light. Um, these first couple ratings, I'll admit, um, they're not like that egregious, but as we go down, it starts to get kind of weird and hot takes. So number one, Triple H versus Cactus Jack. Royal Rumble 2000. This is their classic match, the Attitude Era. I believe it was Mick Foley's retirement match.
Great match.
I think it was a street fight, if I'm not wrong. This
And
match
Cactus
is
Jack
insane.
It's really good. Like I said, Cactus Jack had to retire. I think if he lost, this was a fucking brutal match. This was like one of the matches that really made that Royal Rumble stand out. And I'm really interested to hear what this fucking stupid gnome of a human gave it. So
Well, what's
yeah,
your guess? What's your guess? Actually, let's do it this way. You yourself rate it, and then you guess what he rated, and then I say it. So how was that?
Well, I mean, I I don't like rating matches. I just think there's good matches, there's really great matches, and there's bad matches.
And this is one of those
But
really
I
great
don't.
ones.
Yeah, but for me, that's like easily like 4 stars, easily.
Okay, all right. Um, I can agree with that. I could put it around the 4 to 5 range. Luckily, as I said, I started out light because he rated this match a deserving 4.5 stars. So
Okay.
he's worthy of the occasional decent take. So he knows that this match is good. But this will soon fade. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, Bad Blood 2004. This is their very long match. I believe it was a Hell in a Cell. I remember this match being like 40 minutes or something. And
It's pretty long.
Yeah.
It can get a little at times, like, because I mean it's a lot of them just like laying down on the mat and not doing anything
But it
and
tells a
bleeding.
story. But that tells a story of
Yeah.
how much they hate, they hate each other, and that they're fucking selling all this shit perfectly. However, it does get
And
a little
it's
draining when they're just staying there.
well, I don't know if you knew, but this was like the last match. This was like their last like of that feud.
Hmm.
This was the culmination of all that because they faced each other at WrestleMania before that, and I think it was the Royal Rumble to '04, I believe it was, which was also an amazing match.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, this was like the final entry in the feud. So I mean, if they were gonna have a super long feud
Yeah,
ending
it's like
match,
the
this was
finale, It's like the ending act. It's like, and that's why I like it so much, Like it plays its role very well, and honestly, I love this match. It's it gets a little long at times because the match is literally like 40 minutes or whatever. But I love those dudes to death. They know how to make a good match. It's so brutal, and methodical. It's like a slow burn kind of match, So I'm interested.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm interested. So he rated this a 3.75 out of 5 because remember he does like quarter stars as well. So
so stupid.
yeah, so it's deserving. I'd say it's a little lower than where I would put it, but that is fine. I'm fine with this opinion. Off to the next match.
It's a good like yeah. What's the next one?
Well, no, well, I mean, what are you gonna say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say it's a good match. It's not the best one, but it's definitely one you should check out.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's all.
like it's a must see from the era. Um, so number 3, Steve Austin versus The Rock, WrestleMania 17. This is their classic bout in which Steve Austin turned heel. This match is great. Has that classic Attitude Era into Ruthless Aggression Era kind of storytelling. And the ending is so interesting because it started that whole Austin heel turn, which a lot of people are mixed on, and I believe Austin's heel turn was actually kind of cool. I know. I'm one of the few. Not a lot of people like his heel turn.
Here's the thing. A lot of marks like to cry and bitch and moan that this ending ruined the entire match. It didn't ruin anything. This
It was so
like they're
cool.
the only reason why they cry and bitch about it was because they were worked. It was because they actually fell for the fucking turn and they actually didn't see it coming. So they're actually like, "Oh, how could Austin do this and shit?" Like, well, like, now you know. Like, I don't know. It's like, sure, I don't think his heel turn was like the best. They could have done a lot
Oh
with
yeah.
it, but it was a good swerve. Like that's how you swerve someone correctly, and it just makes for good television. So for me, this is close to if we're going on Meltzer's all-star rating, it's a close to 5 stars.
Right.
Like I don't
And
know.
he gave it a 4.5, which is good. But
Yeah.
as we start to go down from here, things get a little more mixed. So, um, number 4 is WrestleMania 18 Brother Rock versus Hulk Hogan. This is their,
Oh God.
yeah, it's the icon versus icon match or whatever. Um, this is that match where a lot of people are divided in saying that like the match itself isn't that good, but I feel like the way that both them worked easily carries the match. Um, that match is fucking insane. The crowd reaction is so cool. How they kind of like turned on Rock, and then how they used them turning on Rock as a storyline for him turning heel. Not to mention, which was so smart. Um, Honestly, this match is awesome. Um, it's like legendary, you know. It's like The Rock and Hulk Hogan. Like holy shit, it's like the two biggest stars of the era, you know. So honestly, this match is like in that kind of like 5 star tier for me. What about you?
Uh, Definitely close. I give it like. No, I'm just gonna fuck stupid Meltzer star rating. I'm just gonna give it out of 10.
All right.
It's definitely like an 8.5 for me. It's
Okay.
like
Yeah.
it's it's uh it's just iconic. It literally that's the highlight of that whole WrestleMania. Not that WrestleMania wasn't good, but that was like the match you immediately kind of think of,
Mhm.
and that was the one like and fucking when Hulk Hogan finally like hulked up and turned faced against the fucking NWO, the fucking crowd goes insane. You don't get to see that type of replication now today. Everyone's so fucking bored out of their mind with you fucking like stupid marks in the front row saying, "This is awesome, fight forever, Joe's gonna kill you."
God,
That
that's
stupid
the
ass.
worst. I fucking hate those chants, dude. Um,
Like this was like genuine, like normal people who watched wrestling back in the day, seeing like their hero basically come back, and
mhm.
who's iconic, who had fucking character, and even like it was a mesh of the old school Hogan fans and the new Rock fans. So I mean, it was just a healthy crowd that
Mhm.
night, and I can't really say enough about that match. It's not like sure, it's not fucking Michaels Undertaker level of like athleticism and technical ability,
Right.
but
And they're working the
it
crowd, and right? Yeah, I mean,
they
like,
hold their own.
yeah, they hold their own. I mean, it's not. It's like a bad match in general. Honestly, the match itself is fine. Um, but obviously the characters themselves and how they portray them, and how they work the crowd that night, obviously puts it in a 5. Um, on that though, Dave rated this a 3 out of 5, meaning it's like a 6 out of 10
What's the
match.
stupid reason?
Uh,
What's his
oh, he doesn't have
fucking
reasoning.
reason?
Remember, he just rates it. So if I were to say his reasoning is purely off because the match isn't like it's not like a Michaels Triple H match, or it's not like uh, Kenny Omega, Jesus, Kenny Omega, fucking yeah. It's not one of those matches. Um, the fact that he rated this 3 stars is fucking ridiculous. In fact, I have a little caption with it, and it just says, "Huh?
Huh?
Huh?" But yeah, bad fucking take. Unbelievable. And the takes from here only get worse. So just brace yourself. Next match, we have Undertaker versus Kane. WrestleMania 20. This is Return of the Dead Man. This match itself, it's not like a fantastic match or anything, but it's just, so notable for the Dead Man coming back, and it didn't kickstart the feud between Kane and Undertaker, but they would have a couple matches after this, I believe, and those matches also were pretty good.
I actually think that this match was actually better than their first WrestleMania match.
Back in 18,
I think
or not 18,
the
14,
story,
my bad.
yeah. The story behind it was so good. It's so memorable. Like it has roots to like back when I think Undertaker was facing McMahon in like a fucking buried alive match. I
Yeah.
think Kane came out and fucking buried him alive. And the whole time when you're hearing like throughout the months with fucking the Undertaker's gong and shit and Kane like fucking
He's so scared. Yeah, he's so scared. That shit's memorable,
gets, like,
and it's awesome, dude. Like, the way that they used the Undertaker back then was just so good, and now they don't have that because the Undertaker doesn't exist anymore. So we really lost something special once he retired.
They have nobody.
Yeah, they literally have nobody. Honestly, the match isn't amazing, but it's just the fact that the Dead Man came back, and it's so suspenseful because people have been waiting for this for years. Like, not everyone liked the American Badass gimmick, so as soon as he came back to the Dead Man, everyone was like, "Whoa, this is fucking awesome," But Dave Meltzer does not agree so. He rated this a 1.25 star rating. So a 1.25 out of 5.
Okay.
I said okay. It's probably just because the match itself isn't amazing. Like Kane has a history with Dave Meltzer and not having like amazing star reviews. He's just like, obviously he's not the most athletic person in the world, but he can amaze you with what he can do, So this star rating is bullshit. Honestly, I don't know what else to say.
Meltzer.
Yeah, dude, I wish I was Kane. I wish I was mayor of Knox County, Tennessee right now.
Yeah, Kane's fucking smiling, living his best life. Meltzer is fucking stressing about stupid ass quality matches still in his basement. So I'm not really jealous. But yeah, for me it would be like a 6.5, 7 out of 10 for me.
I give it a 7.
I mean,
but
yeah. So I mean, that's
criminally
solid.
low. Criminally low.
Yeah.
So next match we have our first modern one. This just happened. In fact, it was the pay-per-view before this last one. It is Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. Elimination Chamber 23. This whole fucking feud between Sami Zayn and the Bloodline it's been over, like, hyped and overrated. Everyone thinks it's like the best feud ever. In reality, it is the best thing that they have, but the best thing that they have sucks. So, I mean, like, it's just wrestling sucks so bad that this is the fucking highlight.
I don't like it, but I will say this. I think Sami Zayn has more credibility beating Roman than Cody Rhodes does.
I do too. I believe that. I believe that. I think it's a good take. Cody Rhodes sucks. Fuck Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, seriously. But I mean, I don't know. It at least it had some sort of story behind it. It's not really great, but
Yeah.
it's like a 5 out of 10.
Dave Meltzer rated this a 4.75 out of 5.
Damn. So this is a must-see fucking extravaganza.
This is one of
match,
the
huh?
best WWE matches in the last 10 years, is what he's saying. Last 20 years. No.
All right, Meltzer.
No.
Crap you're smoking, but
Yeah, for real. The caption I made for this one is all caps disgusting.
I wonder how much cum he's gonna splooge out of his fucking 60-year-old body when fucking Cody Rhodes wins and he gives it like an 8 out of 5 or whatever.
I don't want to think about that.
All right,
We're going back to the past. This is Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage, WrestleMania 5. This is when the Mega Powers imploded, bro. This is their well-known bout. I think Macho Man was the heel at this time because Hulk Hogan always the Patriot #1 brother. Got to be the top of every show, brother. This match honestly is cool. I'm not super into like 80s wrestling, but characters like Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan and shit like that are so fucking awesome, and the way that they blended reality and fiction, like the kayfabe that they had, is something we don't have anymore. You don't have characters like that anymore, dude. And honestly, the fact that half these regular wrestlers
the story
are dead,
to that is
it's depressing. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, more than half at this point.
3/4.
Yeah, no, honestly, because I mean, like, I think Hogan's the only one around from that era. Because Savage is gone, Andre's gone. Who else? Roddy Piper is gone.
Rip Piper.
Yeah. Yeah, underrated.
Underrated. This match should be like a 3.5, like like a 7-ish. But Dave Meltzer gave this a 2.75, and my caption says lame, which exactly what this should be. 2.75 is low for this kind of match. I've literally seen this match before. It is very good. I love the way that they work the crowd. It's like a Rock Hogan match, and this is too low.
Well,
yeah.
He prefers them telling stories with their athleticism.
Telling stories with their flip kicks and their 450 leg drop.
Canadian destroyers.
Next match, Shawn Michaels versus Triple H. This is the original SummerSlam 2002 unsanctioned brawl that they had. This match is hard hitting. It's long as fuck. This is the one with Shawn with fucking the cut jean.
Oh
jean
yeah,
attire and the boots, cowboy boots. Yeah. God, this match is fantastic. Honestly, it has that kind of Triple H flair of going too long, but even then, what they make up the time with is just pure storytelling and how these fucking dudes hate each other. Wasn't the story that like Shawn Michaels came back after the NWO thing, and then Triple H just turned on him because he didn't need him. I used you, Shawn.
Yeah, they were gonna reform DX or something, and then like when they did the crotch chop, he fucking pedigreed him.
Yeah, and then like the Raw after, he fucking assaults Shawn Michaels and he bashes his fucking face through like a car windshield or some shit. It's brutal attack. Back when they weren't scared to like show blood, back in the glory days. This match deserves a 5. It has everything you ever want in that kind of match. Dave Meltzer gave it a semi-low 4.25, which I think is deserved. I sprinkled in a couple sensical ones in here just to confuse us. The fact that he can rate something like Undertaker versus Kane a 1.25 with this a 4.25. Both are very similar kind of matches, They both are storytelling matches, it's an all-out, feud. So, I think it's ridiculous.
It's because Meltzer doesn't like big guys.
He doesn't like big dudes. He likes little femboys that he can
Yeah, he
dominate.
likes small, yeah, little small, petite, little soy men that he can dominate. And
Uh,
haven't you
um,
noticed Dave Meltzer is the same since like the '80s?
it's weird. He's like a
He's
husk.
like perpetually like
He's a mummy.
50. He looks like one.
Yeah. All right, we have a weird one on
What's the
here.
next?
We have a very weird one on here. CM Punk versus The Miz versus Alberto Del Rio. TLC 2011.
I don't
This is
even
a
remember this match.
Yeah,
What
this is a random ass fucking match on a B show pay-per-view between CM Punk and The Miz and Alberto Del Rio. And this is a
I'm gonna
4.25 star match.
All right, Meltzer. I don't know what kind of edible you were chewing on this pay-per-view, but this is probably not a good match. If I can't remember this match, it probably wasn't too good. 4 out of 10.
Yeah, probably 3 out of 10 because it has Punk and The Miz and Alberto Del Rio. Honestly, all three of those people I don't like. The caption for this one is all caps.
Yeah.
What? What?
What, the Miz? The Miz is in a 4-star match? I've never heard of that. I don't think that exists.
Well, just you wait, because I believe I have another Miz match on here. So
Oh,
he
God,
might be
I
a
hate
coal. He's a coal miner.
God, the Miz sucks. I hate whoever likes the Miz. I hate you.
Bro, the Miz
Like,
sucks.
just stop. I hate the Miz.
All right, next match. I have a kind of funny one on here. This is Brock Lesnar versus Hardcore Holly for the WWE Championship.
Bob, kick his ass! Get him, Bob!
This is Royal Rumble 2004. The caption for this match is all caps Hardcore Holly. That's the caption.
Yeah. Like,
Um,
come on, y'all really thought Hardcore fucking Holly was gonna win the fucking championship from Brock Lesnar?
Dude, I think they just felt bad because Brock Lesnar broke the old veteran's neck. So they're like, okay, we're going to give you a WWE shot and then lose.
Okay, Hardcore Holly was hazing everyone in the back. Fucking Cody Rhodes was his fluffer back in the day.
True.
So
And I love how they're on a tag team, too. It's kind of funny. But he rated this 1.25 star. Honestly, I'd rate it the same just because it has Hardcore Holly in the match. I fucking hate Hardcore Holly. He's a piece of shit. He has bad matches. He never deserved a fucking WWE title shot. Fuck Hardcore Holly.
I don't hate him because he's like a bully or whatever. JBL is a bully and he's like a good like wrestler and he's a good heel. Hardcore Holly is just fucking boring. What's his fucking character? Oh, they put hardcore in front of his name, so now he's a hardcore wrestler.
Dude, and plus he has like the most generic themes too. So yeah, next one. Sable versus Luna Vachon, Royal Rumble '99. This is one of those classic Attitude Era. I believe this was a strap match, if I remember correctly. The caps for this one is LOL boobies.
I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a 6.
Yeah. It's back when, I mean, like, the wrestling sucked. But, you know, boobies. They had hot women that they would show you their tits, and it was funny. And they had really funny storylines, too. It was still entertaining.
Sable's underrated.
Sable's heavily underrated. But yeah, he gave this a dud. And what dud means, it's literally a 0. It is a 0 out of 5. So he hates this match. Fuck Dave Meltzer. He's gay. He doesn't like titties.
Well, he's literally gay. He didn't want to see this.
Yeah, he
match.
didn't want to see the titties, bro.
he only got hard for the fucking Hardcore Holly versus Brock Lesnar match.
But even then, it's just a 1-star. He didn't make him that hard. Remember, it's Kenny Omega that makes him hard because he rates him like a 7-star out of 5 or whatever. Speaking of 5-star classics, SummerSlam 99, Oddities versus Kai and Tai. This is a random jobber match that I chose from the Attitude Era. And the reason why I chose this is because this match is like a main event match compared to today. The Oddities suck. No one likes the Oddities.
Wait, which one?
This is Oddities versus Kai and Tai, SummerSlam 99.
Oh.
Caption for this is LOL Kai and Tai. Both are jobber tag teams from back in the day, but even then, they had their own thing going for them, and they both had entertaining storylines. Dave Meltzer rated this a -2.
What's this stupid reason?
Probably because it's the Oddities. And, you know, I mean, they're not known for their technical ability. He's a juggalo homie.
Yeah, I'm sure he was a massive fucking Dark Carnival fan. Or whatever the fuck. Like,
come on, -2. I give this like a 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10 maybe. Not a -2, bro. This does not deserve a negative rating.
Yeah, like honestly, you should just put all the matches today in a fucking negative rating if you're being honest. But
Yeah. Oh well.
anyway, what's the next one?
Kane versus Shane McMahon, Survivor Series 03. This is the one where Shane McMahon got his testicles zapped. Classic match.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah. This is the ambulance match, I believe. This is one of the storytelling matches that I've mentioned before. Where would you rate this match? Kane's awesome, bro. What a consistently great character. Where would you rate this, though?
Kane versus Shane.
I give it like a 7.
I don't remember.
You know.
Maybe a 6.5. I don't remember the match too well, but I remember the story leading up to it.
I remember he really beat the fuck out of Shane. Like, he was like bleeding from his like throat or whatever. It was like insane. But
He I think didn't he elbow drop Kane off that fucking scaffold area?
oh
they always
yeah,
say?
oh yeah, that
Yeah.
is that match. Holy shit.
Alright, it's like a 7 then.
Yeah. Caption for this is "Rip Shane's balls" because the actual rating is a 1.75 out of 5. This is one of the most egregious offenders that I found on the list because this match, there's no way that this is a 3.5 out of 10 to this dude. This is a solid match.
That's because Meltzer doesn't like entertainment. The only entertainment he likes is when he gets, oh, whoa, what a fucking maneuver.
Whoa.
What a great fucking counter that was to a fucking, an STO, I don't care. Like, he finds that shit attractive.
I love the Miz.
Yes, he jerks off to the Miz. I don't know why.
Speaking of the Miz, next match, the Miz versus Jerry Lawler, Elimination Chamber 2011. The rating for this is die.
Okay. So this is probably a fucking 1. I'm not even gonna lie. That's probably a 1.
A 3.5 out of 5.
Why is this better than fucking Shane Kane? Why is this better than Shane Meltzer? Are you fucking watching this? You probably are, because you fucking scour the internet for God knows what. Why did you rate this better than Shane and Kane? What did Shane and Kane have that fucking The Miz and Jerry Lawler? The Miz and fucking Jerry Lawler. What did you find great about that match? I'm like legitimately curious. What? The Miz is a nobody. I hate The Miz. Anyway.
Fuck The Miz. Next match. Kevin Nash versus Triple H, Judgment Day 2003. I believe this is not their Hell in the Cell match, but I could be mistaken. I will look this up.
Either way, it's Kevin Nash versus Triple H. It's not going to be bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Judgment
Kevin
Day.
Nash was limited. Yeah, fucking Meltzer, you're fucking limited. You're limited fucking mentally handicapped. Whatever. I can't even fucking speak. Maybe I'm the mentally handicapped one. Whatever.
It was just a regular singles match. Kevin Nash had Shawn Michaels at his side, and Triple H had Ric Flair. And Kevin Nash won by disqualification because that bitch, that motherfucker Triple H disqualified himself at the main event of WrestleMania. That bitch. Yeah, this match deserves a lot higher than what he rated it because he rated this a dud. He rated this a 0 out of 5. The caption for this one's also die.
Yeah, because The Miz and Jerry Lawler is better than Kevin Nash and fucking Triple H.
I'm sure that, I mean, maybe the match itself wasn't that good, but even then, dude, how bad can that match be? Like, Kevin Nash is awesome. Triple H is so consistent at what he does. I don't think he's had, like, a really bad match before. Other than, like, Scott Steiner, maybe. And even then, those matches are funny.
I don't even hate the match.
And speaking of, that's the next match. Triple H versus Scott Steiner. No Way Out 2003. Based off what we know from last match, we already know it's going to give him... he's going to give it a low rating. And he does.
It's not great. I mean, I will too. It's not a great match.
It's a bad
by
match.
Any means.
It's a bad match. But it's not that bad. It's funny. It's just they fucked up a lot. And it happens. Doesn't mean it's like the worst match ever. He rated us a 0.75. The caption is, yeah, it sucks, but you know.
I don't hate on that.
Yeah, it's not a 0.75. It's not that bad. But it, you know. Yeah, it's a little low. Off to the final 4, I believe. Yep. Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania 28. This is their 18-second match where the kiss of death happened between AJ Lee and Daniel Bryan, and Sheamus fucking bro kicked him for the win. This was at the height of Daniel Bryan's popularity, so it pissed a lot of people off.
Good.
I think it's hilarious. Daniel Bryan SMARKS totally got what they deserved by them doing that. I think it's funny as shit. Sheamus should have won that match anyway. And he rated us a dud. I can see where he's coming from, I guess. It's an 18-second match, you know? But it's not a 0. I think the novelty of it at least gives it somewhat of a score. The caption I
He only gave it 0 stars.
There's no
action. He only
action.
gave this 0 stars. No, because he fucking took his pants down and was about to fucking jerk off, and then he fucking bro kicked him and the match ended, and so he was left there with blue balls. Like, what the fuck?
True!
Yeah,
so true!
That's the only fucking reason. So, I mean, I don't hate this match. I mean, it's not really something you go back and watch at all. It's just stupid.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know. I don't like Daniel Bryan, so that's just my take. I don't hate it. 3 out of 10.
All right, next match. We have an interesting one here. Based off what you know from the match, like what you've seen from it, I can kind of sort of agree with the score. But this is Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 30. The streak was broken. Famously, Undertaker, he suffered a concussion during the match, so that's why the match isn't that great. in the grand scheme of things. It's not. It's no Edge Undertaker. It's no Shawn Michaels Undertaker. But I think the fact that the streak was broken in that way is so monumental that it immediately needs like to have like a 4 or at least a 4.5. You know.
It's like an 8 out of 10 for me. The only thing I don't agree that the streak should have been broken, but it, the match itself is actually a really good match. Like I said, I don't agree with it because they didn't really know what to do with Undertaker like the final years of his career,
Mm-hmm.
and plus Lesnar, I don't know. I don't really think he really needed that much. I think it would have been fine if he had lost and the streak just had continued until Undertaker had retired. But I mean, that's just me. Still a good match. 8 out of 10 for me.
1.5 from Dave Meltzer.
Okay, Meltzer. What? Because you were sad and upset that the streak was lost. I'm sure everyone else was.
He was like, no. Caption for this one's So this is the weirdest rating on here. This is Edge, Lita, and Mick Foley versus Tommy Dreamer, Beulah McGillicuddy, and Terry Funk at One Night Stand
Oh, that was
2006.
a great match. I totally forgot about that. Was a good match. That was One Night Stand, wasn't it?
One Night Stand 06. This was the WWE versus ECW One Night Stand.
That's
If Cena wins, we riot. You know, all that fun stuff. One Night Stand 2006 is one of the best pay-per-views of all time. Bar none. Just in general, it's so great.
That was great. That was a really bloody match. It was cool to see Cactus Jack and Terry Funk team again, like they did in
No,
the
they
Attitude
didn't.
Era.
They didn't team though. They were against each other. Remember, this is the storyline where Mick
Yeah,
Foley
that's
turned
right.
heel and he joined Edge.
Oh, that was so weird. But still, that was good. That was really good. And then I think, oh yeah, later in that night, I think like fucking Edge came in and screwed Cena out of the belt, and the fucking crowd went crazy.
Yeah, that was
The
awesome.
RVD one.
He came in with the fucking motorcycle helmet.
Yeah.
Another fun thing about this match is the way that Edge pinned Beulah McGillicuddy, Tommy Dreamer's wife. He basically like dry fucked her as a pinfall, and it was fucking hilarious. This match is off the wall. It's fucking insane. It's awesome. He did not rate this match, which I thought was interesting. He did not give it a star rating. It's not. I don't think it was because it was like bad. I just don't think he rated the match for whatever reason. So that's why I put it on here. The caption's O.
8.5 for me.
8 for me. Yeah, it's a fantastic match. And I'll end us off on a high note. This is the last one. This is Undertaker versus Edge. One of my favorite matches ever. WrestleMania 24. This is their Hell in a Cell match, I believe. What a good match.
That's good.
What a good fucking match. I feel like in the grand scheme of things, it's a little underrated. Because when people bring up really good like WWE matches, it's always Shawn Michaels Undertaker, or Shawn Undertaker 2, or Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair. Any Shawn match, honestly, for real. But like Edge versus Undertaker is just like probably the best match from that era. I couldn't name another match from 2008 or like 09 even that comes close other than Shawn Michaels Undertaker. So that match is insane. And
I liked their what was it? They had a match before. I think it was like a TLC match or something. Like it was a little earlier in that year. I think it was man, I don't want to say Night of Champions. I could be completely wrong.
it could have been No Way Out too.
But yeah, no, that was a great match. But yeah, no, this one was good too. It's one of Undertaker's better WrestleMania matches, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Probably top five. Um, but yeah, no, it's a great match. Story leading up to it was like over a year, I think, in the making. So I
Oh
mean, it
yeah, it was
was
like 2007, I think, is when it started or something. So, long feud, awesome match. Thankfully, Dave gave this a good rating. He gave it a 4.5, which very well deserved. I'm glad he.
I agree. I guess.
I'm glad he gave that the rating it's due. But nonetheless, our point is proven that this guy's fucking ratings are garbage.
Don't listen to Meltzer. Okay, anyone who's listening to this right now, if you want actual like people who are inside the business and you need like a take on what was good and what was bad and shit, look up any fucking podcast with like former wrestlers or former fucking GMs. I like go listen to fucking Eric Bischoff's 83 Weeks podcast if you want some good WCW like knowledge from like back in the day. He covers like all the pay-per-views he managed, all of like the special shows and stuff like fucking Bash at the Beach, fucking 1996,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And he even goes in depth on like characters and stuff. Um, I know y'all don't like Vince Russo, but Vince Russo has a really good show with Dr. Chris Featherstone called Legion of Raw, and basically they just review Raw every week and tell people why it's garbage and why it's not as good as when he was writing it or even before that, like, and why these shows don't make sense. Another great show. Even Jim Cornette, like, Jim Cornette has more credibility, like, than Dave Meltzer could ever wish he could have.
Right. Yeah.
Like, listen, Jim Cornette, I mean, I don't agree with a lot of Jim Cornette's opinions, but he's still like a smart wrestling mind. Um, Even like you could listen to old Stone Cold podcasts. Fucking Booker T has a new podcast now. Listen to any one of those instead of Dave Meltzer, and you get a more accurate perspective of the business and what makes a good show, because it's not just flippy kicks and fucking, oh, this person has wrestled in Japan. Like, no, it's actual like storytelling, it's actual like just good building up to what like wrestling used to be and why it reached the height that it did.
Right.
So like literally like
Or
listen
listen
to
to
any
us.
one of
Honestly, listen to us. We know what's.
yeah, listen to us.
We know what we're talking about.
But yeah, no, that's really it for wrestling talk, I guess.
um, yeah.
Unless you got
Honestly, we are almost at the end of this. I'm thinking of making this podcast a regular 1.5 to 2 hours. I think it's like a healthy length. Um, like not yeah, a good 90 minutes minimum. Um, honestly, next episode, we've already planned this out. We're going to do our top 30. This time it's 30. Deathcore albums of all time. That list, I guarantee you, will have more variety on it than the new metal list. I know we went over a lot of the same albums on that episode, but this one has a lot more variety to it. We have very different tastes when it comes to deathcore, in my opinion. We like certain albums better from different artists. Also, shameless plug. I recorded a new song, so check that out on SoundCloud. I believe I might be able to link it since my Little Peter. Yeah, since this channel is old enough, I believe I can link it now. Also, in the rumor mill, Little Angry might be making his debut appearance soon. So
yeah, if I can find some time to record.
yeah, I mean that's up to you, man. I mean, honestly, like, I know you have split time between you and sometimes you do First Blood, so perhaps you can incorporate the two.
I don't even
Somehow.
have time to record blood. I don't even have time to record anything. Like this is like the max amount of time I had to record. So
Yeah, that's fair. So next time we'll be talking about deathcore and shit. If you're a fan of that kind of music, then I especially recommend hopping on for that episode. I know the people that,
tune in.
yeah, I know the people that will see this, have a little bit of an interest in deathcore, just because my friends know about it and shit. So until next time, guys. We perhaps will discuss wrestling in the future. Perhaps like favorite WrestleMania cards, favorite pay-per-views, perhaps. But next episode for sure going to be top 30 deathcore albums. Don't know the next time we're gonna be able to record, but it'll be soon. But yeah, so
We'll see.
yeah, we'll see.
Alrighty.
All right, so yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. And until next time, bro fist. Bro fist, the computer
Yeah,
monitor.
bro fist.
Bro fist.
Cutie pie.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye, y'all.